Essjay Hartshorn and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am a beauty business coach and my YouTube channel, BBB Beauty Business Builder, is here to help you within the beauty, hair and aesthetic industry to be seen. Gone are the days when we can rely on time for exchange services. I teach and coach entrepreneurs like you to leverage their skills, find new alternative ways to generate a revenue, and to become unstoppable and a celebrity in your field. So if you want to know more, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Click the bell, subscribe now, and check out my other videos. And I look forward to helping you and your beauty business. Bye for now. Hi guys, it's Essjay and welcome to another podcast. This is Essjay Hartshorn, BBB Beauty Business Builder. I hope you are having a fantastic week or day or weekend, whenever you're listening to this. So this is the place to be where I help inspire, motivate beauty entrepreneurs to leverage their skills, to get creative, to use the knowledge that they've already got to find alternative ways to earn a revenue, basically, and try and get out of that rat race of working time for money exchange, which we all know is not sustainable with the year that we've had, but also not sustainable for more money, more free time and freedom, financial freedom and all of that. So yes, you're in the good place if you are a hair, beauty, aesthetic, sports massage, whatever personal care industry you are from, then you are in the right place. Now, this podcast, I want to talk about something that helped me massively in my business a year ago, okay? Now, this is something that, let's go back. If we think about how we manage our money, okay? So a lot of people work, they get the money, they bleed their account dry, they might have more money left over that month, so they buy something extra, they treat themselves, but most people bleed their account dry every month. They may put a little bit into savings, they may start chipping away at the credit card bill or whatever that may be, but most people bleed their account dry and don't have a backup. Now, I have a coach, Jason Graystone. I work closely with him in the Tears of Freedom program. And when I first connected with him, listened to his podcast. So this was some advice that I got from his podcast when I first started listening to his podcast, which was probably 2 years ago now. And it was about having a cash buffer. Now, I've never had a cash buffer. I've never had an amount of money in my account there for to get me through if the worst thing happened. I had a bit of money for, say, if something broke in the house or whatever, to be able to afford that, or you had your credit card for that. But I never had a cash buffer. I was the type of person that would earn my money, spend my money. If I had a little bit extra, I'd put it into savings, but then that would probably get spent next month when I saw a nice pair of shoes or whatever. So I never seem to have that cash buffer. And the reason why I want to talk about this today is because this has helped me massively. This piece of advice that I got from Jason's podcast has helped me massively to do what I do right now. And I know that I would not, in lockdown, I've created 2 other businesses. I have my clinic. I am currently working with manufacturers to develop my own makeup range, as well as my business coaching and the podcast and everything that I put out there now. There is no way in a million years I would be able to have done this without having my cash buffer. And I know a lot of people think, why is a cash buffer important? Now, I got taught by Jason to have a 3 to 6 months. Okay. I was working to 6 months buffer. And that is by having a cash buffer, by starting right at the beginning. If you've got all these business ideas and all these things you want to do to develop yourself, whether you want to get a coach, whether you want to invest in a new service or invest in a product line or invest in the website, whatever it is in terms of business that you want to do, and money is holding you back right now, or you spend a little bit, you do things, you think, oh well, I'll not get that really fancy website, I'll just get a basic one, or I'll not get that expensive range and I'll get this one because I can't afford that. If you are at that stage where you are really ready to invest in yourself and your business and you haven't got the money and you're doing little steps and never doing that big step, then this is going to be quite relevant for you. Or if you, like me, in this last 12 to 18 months, I've been working on a coaching program and obviously developing this makeup range. Now, this is not giving me money straight away. I'm putting in all this time, energy, effort, spending money as well to find the right product range, to find the right packaging, to find my online platforms, my coaching, my podcast. All of that is costing money. Now, straight away, when you start doing something that's going to eventually earn you a higher ticket item, so developing a coaching program to be able to earn more money, to develop a makeup range to be able to put out there and earn more money and earn a more semi-passive revenue, you've got to put in time and effort first without getting money. And this is where a lot of people go wrong, because they are drawn into the time for money exchange services. And especially because in the beauty industry, the personal care industry, this is how we work. We do a procedure, we get our cash. We do another procedure, we get our cash. So we've got a busy day in the diary. We do all our work that day, and then we then top up our cash at the end of the day. And that is how we have always worked. Or if you're in employment, that is how you work. You put in your hours and you get your monthly pay packet. Now, if you are wanting to leverage your skills and use the knowledge you've got to try and discover and put money into creating more semi-passive revenues, to semi-passive ways to earn money, then that is the wrong way of doing it. Okay, like I said, I have put in so much time, effort, and money into creating everything that I'm doing now, and within the first 6 months, not earn a penny from any of that. But now I am earning a lot more money from what I've put in over the last 6 months, a lot more money than what I could earn by treating clients. So when you have a cash buffer, what happens is it's a mental thing. And I remember Jason Graystone always saying you have an animal instinct. So if you have no money in your account and you're thinking, right, I need to develop that online retail line that I want to do. I want to develop my own product range. I want to develop my own coaching program, whatever it may be. If you are wanting to do that, but in your bank account you have nothing, and you will end up being influenced by quick clients. So clients may come and say, want their eyebrows done, or they want the nails done, or they want this done, they want that done. And you're like, yeah, I need the cash. And you go and you take it. And then you take your mind off what is more important to you to be able to create them semi-passive revenue streams. So what happens is your animal instinct will then go for the cash. Whereas if you have got a buffer sat in your account, knowing that, if everything goes tits up, I can live for 6 months. I've got 6 months of money sat there. What that will do is that will then release that animal instinct in you, and you will then be able to be more proactive. You will be able to put in a lot more effort into these bigger goals and these more long-term goals that you're trying to achieve, because you are not chasing the pennies. So it means that you stay more focused, because you haven't got that fear in the back of your mind thinking, shit, I have to pay my rent this month. Where am I going to get that money from? You've got that buffer there. So it frees up your mind, not thinking about money, and then your mind can focus on those goals that you have got, and you won't go into panic mode. And also, this also makes really good decisions when it comes to taking on certain clients or making certain decisions within your clinic or your business, because If you have got no money in your account and you know that your mortgage needs paying next month, and a client comes to you that may not be the right client, they may not be the perfect client for you, and you may think, oh, okay, I could treat them, I could do a good job, I really could do with that 400 quid. And then your animal instinct is thinking, yeah, you need the money. Take the client. And then what happens is you'll take on clients that you would not normally take on because you are thinking of that quick fix money. So that means that you will be making incorrect, irrational business decisions because you are thinking of your bank balance. So I wanted to share this, maybe quite a short podcast, but I wanted to share this because I think if you are at that stage in your life right now, in your business, and you think, you know what, I need to start hitting them long-term goals. I've got bigger goals than treating clients 10 hours a day, evenings and weekends. I've got bigger goals with my business in terms of, whatever it may be. If that's where you are, you need your cash buffer. You need your cash buffer. So if you haven't got a cash buffer there, that is the first place that you need to start. You need to start saving up at least 3 months. 3 months in your account, and this will free up your mind, your time. You'll be able to stay more focused on those long-term goals. And it is really, really vital. This was the best, the first... Jason Graystone's given me so many other amazing advice and help with developing my business. But this was the first thing that I listened to on a podcast of his. And I was like, and at first I was like, oh, I ain't got time. I just want to do it now. No. And I'm like, no, stop. There's a reason why this guy is so, is so remarkable in business and finances, that I need to take advice from this. I need to take it slow and listen to this advice and not rush. So I did that. I looked at my accounts. I looked at my spends. We all know we can save money somewhere. We all know that we overspend on certain things. So I looked at my spends. I stopped buying my clothes that I like to buy. I thought, I don't need them. I stopped looking at the takeaways, the wine that I was buying. I started to cut right back and started to save that cash buffer. I saved. And when I had my 3 months cash buffer, I then started focusing on those goals, focusing on those longer term goals and creating my journey, starting to work on my journey towards them goals to create my coaching program, to start developing my makeup range. And I'm doing that right now. I'm in that right now. And I'm only in that because of the advice I got 2 years ago. And if I didn't take on that advice, I would be taking on the clients that maybe wasn't the right clients for me. Or when I have my full 2 days scheduled out, in the early days, I had 2 full days scheduled out for product development and my coaching program. If I needed the money and a client came forward, I'd book them in. I'd think, oh yeah, okay, I'll not do my coaching program today. I'll do my client because I need that 400 quid. I don't do that now. And I don't need to do that now because I know that working on my business and working on those long-term goals are more important than that quick 200, 300, 400 pound. And I know that, and I'm confident in saying, you know what, I'll book you in next month. I'll book you in next week in my next availability allocated to treatments. And I can do that because I have released that animal instinct and I have my cash buffer. So if you are at that position right now where you are ready to start working on those long-term goals, you really want to start creating them semi-passive revenue streams, start working on a cash buffer right now, because I guarantee that will change everything. You will be able to have clear focus, clear vision, and you will be able to have that comfort blanket, knowing that, you know what, if this takes longer than expected and I don't start pulling in the money, I can live for 3 months. I can live for 6 months, I can live for 12 months. My cash buffer is now at 12 months. So I know that if everything went tits up tomorrow and I couldn't do my coaching or I couldn't do my product line, then I know that I could just sit here pay all my bills and live for 12 months. And I can do that because I have got the cash buffer. So I wanted, it's not obviously this advice, and that's why I've mentioned on the podcast, this is what Jason Graystone taught me, but I want to pass it down to you guys. I always think it is good to pass down knowledge and information that I've learned and pass it on to you to make you a better entrepreneur. So I hope that has helped. And I really do think that now you need to look at your bank statements, look at your spends, look at what you spend your money on and where you can cut back. Where can you cut back to start building up that cash buffer in your account so you can free up your mind to focus on the more important things in your business development and your business growth. So that's the podcast for today. So save your money, get your cash buffer. It will change the way you look at you and your business. It will for sure. If you found that this podcast has been really helpful, then, please share it. If you watch on YouTube, then don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my other releases, any of my other videos. Sorry, I got my tongue tied then. Check out Jason Graystone's podcast as well. If you go right back to number 1, that is when that's when he talks about your cash buffer, and it is just vital information that everyone needs to hear. So thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, if you are loving these releases, then leave me a review. I would love a review. Loads of people listen, they all watch in the background, but if you input a little bit and I see you're there watching, we can connect, and that's what it's all about, connecting and networking. So thank you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.